Alright, what's poppin', people? We're back. Got another game from the Cat Premier League that I wanted to show y'all. And you know, I'm up front right real quick. Atha's team is god-awful. I'm not gonna hold back at all. I think this team is just really bad. The Snailstrom is just a bad Pokemon. I'll give a quick rundown of what these guys do after I give my little introduction here. However, despite this team, in my opinion, being kind of lacking because there's just not really a lot of synergy between the team members, and it feels like 6 units were put on one team just because you wanted to use the 6, this game ends up being really close and actually comes down to a single turn misplay from Atha. So stick around if you want to see what that misplay was. We're going to talk about it. Because when I was watching the replay the first time over, I saw that turn and I was like, wow, why didn't you do this? That's very free. And then when we got to the end of the game, I was like, wow. That decided the fact that of this whole game. Anyhow, as per usual, if you've been enjoying the content, leave a like. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. I don't know what the percentage of unsubscribed people is, but I'm sure that it isn't 0, so hey you, unsubscribed viewer. Subscribe, just do it. I'm tired of playing nice. Do it. Anyhow, quick rundown of what the guys do. Saharaja, like I said last time, ground type with water absorb. It has access to Diamond Storm and two different boosting moves in Sword Stance and technically Rapid Spin. Oramoth. Nowadays, really you just see it use a Choice Scarf Final Gambit set. Astrolotl. It is the utility incarnate. It's a Fire Dragon type with Regenerator and a lot of good utility moves like Spikes, Thunder Wave, Encore, Will-O-Wisp, Healing Wish, Fire Lash as well, so it's kind of a Stall Breaker. Equilibra. It is a ground steel type with Levitate and access to Doom Desire and Rapid Spin, so this was done back in Gen 7 where they were kind of like, hey, let's make a mon around Doom Desire. There used to be a lot better too. It used to have a lot of different moves because the people thought Doom Desire was a bad move, so that's funny. And then Snailstrom is a water bug type with Toxic Heal. Or not Toxic Heal, Poison Heal. And it has like moves like Spiky Shield, Rapid Spin, I think maybe Spikes. It's hard to say because you never see this Pokemon ever because the hazard weakness really does make it pretty bad. I would say that's where most people would say how this Pokemon falls short. Because the stats aren't too shaky, but being forced to take the Stealth Rock damage just cuts into how much Poison Heal can really carry you. And yeah, let's get into this. We're going to see a Tornadus Therian lead versus a Snailstrom. You'll always see the Spiky Shield come out here because there's just no reason for him not to activate his Poison Orb. And I also am just going to have to... Your ass. The nickname theme here was quite powerful. Anyhow, good double knockoff by FC here because there's, you know, the Snailstrom's not staying in on the Hurricane. I guess I could have had, like, maybe Toxic to try to punish Tornadus, but it's whatever. And we're going to see Saharaja come out now. And we're also going to see FC probably not know what an Oramoth is and let Saharaja die. Alternatively, and what I actually think is probably more likely, reconsidering it, Saharaja versus Equilibra. Not exactly a good matchup. Now, Saharaja gets Body Press, and you could do some Diamond Storm boost fishing to try to beat down Equilibra, but it's not overall that consistent, and you're also dealing with like a Snailstrom and a potentially defensive Komodo, so it's not a great opportunity, or it's not a great matchup, I should say, for Saharaja to try to set up and sweep. So I think he just decided, I'll death fodder that. Now, unfortunately, that means his Tapu Koko switch-ins are really limited, and Atha is gonna do his best to exploit that. Now, even now, seeing Rotom Wash take like 1 T-Bolt, even with the Pain Split, that is still into a KO range. So Atha, impressively enough, is in a really good spot, and he gets the spike up. This spike is gonna be the most crucial spike you have ever seen in a game of Pokemon. Like, unironically, And we are going to see the Snailstrom be able to rapid spin away there. Astrolotl will come back out because Atha can keep trying to get potentially more layers up. Unfortunately, this Astrolotl does let Heatran in every time. That's why you've seen a little bit of Choice Scarf pop up now in this Pokemon, because usually it only has Fire Lash and Stomping Tantrum for attacks, but Choice Scarf sets, they're able to drop spikes and enter like Draco Meteor or Dragon Claw or Outrage, or just any move that can pop the balloon and then let you KO it later on in the battle with a Stomping Tantrum. And we're now going to see Snailstrom try to just get some health back here versus the Rotom Wash. And then the Komodo will come out now. This is a very free Dragapult for FC. Unfortunately for FC, there's a whole Equilibra on the other team. And this Pokemon's pretty bulky too. So Dragapult does struggle to break through it without a lot of help. But gets a good U-turn off. And Tran gets to keep coming out, throwing off relatively free eruptions. Komodo now can set Stealth Rock. And since we, I think, know... Do we know this AV? No, we don't. Yeah, no. This doesn't have to be AV on this team, I would say, with Weavile as well. I think you've got enough to cover what you would use AV Torn for. So, I mean, there's the chance that it's Defog on Rotom Wash. We'll have to see. Good Flamethrower there, though, from FC. Equilibra gets caught by that. Now we're always going to have to see the Astrolotl come out. And he's going to get Coco back in here. We're going to see the Dragapult come right back out. FC trying his best to not give Coco free turns to fire off attacks, because that is a great way for him to lose. And he's going to throw off a Draco there. That probably puts the Libra in Shadow Ball range, or just about in Shadow Ball range. And now we'll see the Doom Desire set. Komodo comes right back out because it's the best answer to the Rotom Wash. And now this is a very free Body Press. Very, very, very free. As he actually goes for Toxic. I would say Body Press is a little freer there, but Toxic's fine too. Doom Desire doesn't do too much. I was more thinking maybe, if anything, there's a switch here, but knowing this is utility, you probably don't fear it that much. And that's kind of what I mean. Like, there's just so many Pokemon on this team that I don't really know what their synergy is beyond, like, Stealth Rock, Spikes, and then Rapid Spin. There's just an Oramoth and Snail here because why not, I guess. Anyhow, the Komodo actually shows that it's Iron Defense, so that's pretty cool. Nakoko's gonna come back out. This is a good time to roost. I think T-Bolt would have been okay as well, but keeping yourself out of range of Weavile's Ice Shard is certainly more important than picking off the Torn, which you can continue switching into throughout the game. We are going to see a good double on the side of FC there. Getting Torn in versus the Libra. U-turning in versus the Coco. And getting Tran in here. Now, put yourself in Atha's shoes for a second. Notice how this Tapu Koko has the move U-turn. Notice how this Heatran's on a balloon. Notice how maybe you'd like your Astrolotl to be able to hit it with Stomping Tantrum later. If you are Atha, what do you do? Well, if you answered use U-turn, you're incorrect. He switches hard out into the Komodo. And he doesn't pop the balloon, so guess what? This Heatran's not taking Spikes damage, when it could be. Next turn it'd be taking a quarter of its health, but no, it will not be. And this is going to come back in a big way down the line for Atha. Well, let's wait till we get this. So this does show... I might have said that this hadn't revealed AV or not when it, like, came in on rocks. My bad if I did. We do see the taunt there, though. And we see this mod having switched into rocks plenty of times. So if you needed any further confirmation, don't worry. There it is. We're going to see Weavile get it versus the Komodo. Snail is always going to be the likely read here, so we see another really good double from FC. Unfortunately, you know, this kind of situation, Toxic Orb will actually let you get into a better spot. You know, you can just heal off all of the damage that you took from rocks. And now we're going to see a Libra sack that's actually worth making, because it's going to give Coco a free switch in, and it can throw off a Dazzling Gleam very freely. Psych, he goes into Snailstrom for a reason that I couldn't put into mind. I guess this doesn't KO with Gleam. My bad. My bad, guys. or puts it in, or Ice Shard puts it in Stealth Rock range. I didn't rewatch this game before commentary. That's on me. I need to remember to do that. And yeah, we're gonna see pointless trading here. The Random Wash is actually getting really, really low though, which is nice for Atha, because it's not like it like beats your team down, but it is moderately annoying. You know, like you can always come in versus this, make it take damage from your helmet, and with this Torn knockoff, that's even more impactful. That's like a lot of chip damage, denying the regenerator entirely. And we're again going to see FC manage to deny Coco, which is getting to that break point where it might just be able to clean the whole game up. Because Pult's dead to hazards. Weavile, it either gets O-Code by Gleam or it takes like 80. This is going to get KO'd. This is going to get KO'd. And in Tran, I mean, it's offensive Tran since we see the balloon. So you know it's not going to be taking Thunderbolt too well from the Tapu Koko. So, basically, this game just comes down to can FC deny Tapu Koko literally any turn to break. Let's see if you can. So Kamo is going to come out now. It's going to be used as the sack, because if you're Atha, you really want this Tapu Koko to be able to roost. If you can keep this Pokemon at a high enough amount of health, you should be able to win. So the Tran's going to come back out. It's only going to take Stealth Rock damage because for some reason we didn't pop the balloon earlier. So Atha does recognize he's allowed to U-turn on the Heatran here. So now the balloon's popped. Now it's going to take Spikes damage. And we're going to see the Snailstrom get trapped there and KO'd. Coco's going to come back out. Now, we're going to see a double for some reason that doesn't do anything for us at all. But it did happen. And now the Dragapult sack will come out, because this gives you Weavile for free, so you can actually just always revenge kill the Astrolotl. Now we're going to see Coco come out. We actually do get confirmation here. The Dazzling Gleam is an Oko on Weavile. Maybe it's a roll. I don't think it would be. And here's the Heatran. Now taking a quarter of its health. Assume we U-turned earlier, though. We would have had 4% extra on this. It would have been at 43. And an earlier spike damage, too, keep in mind. Because it came in on that one U-turn. So this Heatran could have been at 31. Instead, it's at 47 and lifts the Thunderbolt on 1%. And so, all because Atha made that really unfortunate blunder by not U-turning to pop the balloon, he actually loses. Because, yeah, this Tornadus isn't going to be able to win. I mean, I guess it technically... no, I was about to say, maybe it technically could, but nah. It's always gonna get KO'd under Terrain. I was thinking maybe if Terrain was gonna run out, and you somehow tank a T-Bolt, and it'd get a really insane chain of Hurricane full confusion streak. And yeah, nah. The lesson to take from this game, please use U-turn when it is free. Similarly, use Recover when it's free. I hope y'all enjoyed this game, though. I think it's always fun to look at these sorts of battles that look like they should be super one-sided, just based on maybe teams. Because, yeah, this is a very weird-looking build. But they end up actually coming down to the wire, and should have gone to the other side that you expect to lose, if they didn't make one really, really, really detrimental play. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. Of course, if you did, leave a like. Leave a comment telling me what your favorite cap is. I think there are a lot of cool ones. I'll catch you next time. Peace.